tee at the 7th with Megan Kang.
This won't necessarily fit her shot shape, this back left hole location. Especially when you talk about those palm trees encroaching over the green.
We'll go up to the 8th.
And last year's medalist at Q Series from Japan, young Miyu Yamashita.
She's here in some pretty big moments already. I even had to confirm in my own mind that she was still a rookie this year. Doesn't quite feel like one. Expect a big season from her this year. She's got all the game.
They're tied for second at the KPMG Women's PGA Championship to earn a spot in the Olympics.
This is the goose for birdie at 15. Flag today cut back on a plateau, back right of that green.
190 is good, yeah.
Not easy to read.
All right, final pair, the par 5 6th, and Jin Young Ko getting ready.
Both her and Yalimi have very similar yardages. Jin Young slightly ready a bit quicker, so she's going to go first. 202 for Jin Young Ko. To that flag, absolutely no problem at all. Into the wind, which will help get the ball to stop. There's a backstop behind it as well.
She hits these hybrids so high, Karen. That looked like a fairway wood, maybe a 7-wood or so. An example of how, with that kind of height from that distance, you can get it to land so softly. I don't care that there's a backstop back there, Karen. That landed like a butterfly.
It's impressive.
How about Yalini with her second?
Well, she's got a decent enough lie, but she's got 203. She's going to have to negotiate the tree again. I think she can get it up over the left half of that tree and still have a shot at the green, but she does like to hit that fade, and this is going on a fade.
Really good.
Definitely have seen her really dial that shot in over the last couple of days. It's going to get to the wrong tier. She's going to have to negotiate a bit of a ridge there in that green.
Shelf on the right there.
But from that spot, a very good shot.
Okay, some eagle putts coming up in a moment. First to 7.
Jinhee Im, all pars in this final round for the player who finished second in the Louise Suggs Rolex Rookie of the Year race last year. It's going to settle the back of the green, give her a chance to make her first birdie. Try and get into the mix here, close that gap between herself and Yalimino and Jin Young Ko in that final pairing, who just have a cushion over the rest of the field.
And here is the 23-year-old. Miyu Yamashita played well in the first 4 majors of the season, including that runner-up, the KPMG Women's PGA. And really made the late push to get into the Olympics, bumping out Nasahata Oka. And she's got this to get a share of 3rd. First event as a member.
This will fall a little bit to her right. She's aiming quite a bit of break here. All about the speed.
So how much Japan dominated at the U.S. Women's Open. It's a bit of a preview for the rest of 2024 and the beginning of this year as well. 7.
This is Megan Kang for the birdie across the green. There's a little ridge in the middle of the green that she's just on top of there. Struggled with some sharp pain in her wrist during the week, which is alarming to hear when a player says that. You can see she's got the tape there. Now she's got an issue with her feet. She was saying yesterday she had some blisters to deal with.
Here's Nelly Korda This is where her run began yesterday, the first of 5 straight birdies. Oh, the tracer doesn't like it.
It's not a bad leave over there. That'll be a quick little pitch. Better than a right miss into this hole. A big opportunity here that she had to pick up a couple of shots.
Back 1 to 7.
This is the birdie putt for Im. Morgan was saying once you get past the hole here, a little bit of speed to the green.
This green is one of the most severe on the course. It's just the camera flattens it out so much you can't tell just how severe this green is.
We've seen it a few times this week, Morgan. Players really erring on the side of caution when they get above the hole.
Downhill, down green. It nearly doubles the speed when you're down green in that fashion, and you just cannot be too aggressive from that position.
All right, back we go to the 6th. And Karen, I thought you had a really good observation yesterday. These 2 players playing together in the 3rd round each made pars on their first 7 holes. They both reached the green in 2 at 8. And it kind of began to take the lid off. So let's see what happens here. No has the first of 2 eagle putts.
Yeah, they really did feed off each other yesterday. And she had a few sort of fun moments on the course together as well as they were walking around. So it was competitive, but also good spirited on the way round. Nose putt is not particularly easy. She's going to have quite a bit of swing from left to right. And it is downhill, speedy all the way. You've really got to create a good picture in your mind for this one.
See just how shiny it is once it gets over that hill, Karen. She barely hit that.
I thought that was going to be so much quicker than that.
Into the green for the first about 4 feet. We'll see how she handles this one. Maybe the first little sign of nerves there.
No 3 putts this week. That's going to be a putt for birdie. And a chance for Jin Young Ko to go from 1 back perhaps to 1 ahead.
This putt is not that easy either, only because you've got that bit of downhill, you've got the influence of the slope, but Yelimi's ball was rolling down. And I would say that Jin Young, her long game has been pretty spot on. She's missed a few opportunities with this club.
She didn't really learn much there from Yelimi's putt.
Tied her career low with a 63 on Friday. Over at the 8th. This is the 3rd for Nelly Korda.
Face wide open, going for the high flop because of the downhill, and caught way too much ball. Didn't get the club to slide underneath like she was hoping.
See a bit of the frustration in Nelly. Body language. Began the day yesterday 6 back, took the lead, wound up 6 back because of Yelimi finished, and Jin Young Ko as well. 15.
Sarah Schmelzel. Trying to run it up there to leave it below the hole. Yeah, she's done very well there. Good chance for a 2 for Schmelzel.
It's been a hard hole today. Only 1 birdie on that 15th so far.
And back we go to the 6th, and the birdie putt for Yelimi No.
And it's a putt that you don't really feel like you can be too aggressive with. There's still a bit of downslope in this.
Last long look, dial it in.
So our first 3 putt of the week will result in a par. And gives Jin Young Ko a chance to tie the lead.
And that first putt was certainly a challenge, but she'll be disappointed with that effort. And the second one was a little bit tentative as well, still being above the hole, anticipating it being much quicker.
Now Jin Young.
You know, looking at the general slope of this green, you have to think this one has to go left, but with the Yalimi's ball not rolling out as much as you'd think, this might not move quite as much to the left as you'd think either. Easy enough though, from such short range.
All right. 2 back early in this final round, but now Jin Young Ko in search of her 16th LPGA title. Tied with Yalimi No, trying to win her first. Nelly also has 15 career wins, 7 of them last year, beginning right here. Feels like a must-make. One more par 5 on the course.
I mean, there are birdie opportunities still for that final pair upcoming. Definitely feel like she needs to run the table, although we have seen quite the drama on this back 9. I really think, especially once you get to the 13th hole, that's going to be really telling. That stretch of 4 holes, 13 through 16.
So the final pairing reaches this par 3 7th, which places the 16th hole for the members across the water. Water really not in play for the LPGA players, but those palm trees have occasionally come into play today.
They have. The palm tree's just sneaky overhanging enough. If you pull one slightly, you might catch those. Playing 160 today. There's a bit of help in this wind.
Expect this to be, what, about 10 feet right of this flagstick here. She has hit a couple pulls in the last couple of days. Not dramatic, but just left of the flagstick.
Good call, Morgan there. The volunteer trying to get on there, but she's fortunate that ball kicked straight or just kicked slightly right. If it kicks left, it can run down towards that gallery rope, and then you can have tree trouble. So got away with that one, I think. Still got a birdie chance. Now Yalimi No, who's been so good tee to green, leading the greens in regulation stat for the week to this point, Karen.
Well, and not just leading the green in regulation stat, but her proximity to the hole has been pretty ridiculously good. I mean, as soon as she made the turn yesterday, all of her irons were all over the flag. This one just fading a little bit to the right.
Phillips just a little bit quicker in transition today. Not quite as smooth and rhythmic as what we saw yesterday.
Well, that is going to leave a pretty lengthy putt on this green as they head over the bridge to number 7. This is the 9th hole, and Nelly Korda on the tee. Nice tee shot there from Hannah Green. Nelly with a bit of work to do for her birdie. We'll go back to that final pair. Jin Young Ko and Yalimi No. Tied for the lead. Tight at the top in the final round of the Founders Cup, presented by US Virgin Islands. And quite a lot of real estate to cover here for No. What's this putt going to do, Karen?
Well, there is an uphill nature to this one with some left turn to it as well. And she's leaving herself these longer putts that we didn't really see her have to do yesterday. Just as Morgan was saying, just a hint off, but that's to be expected. And she's trying to win for the first time on the LPGA Tour, and things aren't always as easy as you think they might be. And winning it on here is just, on the LPGA is just never a cakewalk. You have to, it's always a bit of a grind. You've got to be prepared for that battle and fight.
I think you have to prepare on a day like today for things to not go your way. Really was able to recorrect her speed error on the previous hole there nicely. It was a very slow putt up the hill.
And we will go up to the 8th.
And the closest pursuer to the final pair, Megan Kang, made eagle at 6. Here she is at the par 5 8th.
She wasn't far from holing that one out. A little club twirl. Eagle here would go a long way. There's a slope there.
She'll have a putt at it.
Yeah, I was wondering if that might get a forward hop there, up and around, get very close to the hole, but got rejected.
Birdie chance here for Ko.
Tricky one. Downhill quite sharply on that, through that fringe.
Certainly gave it a run. Yeah, it's gone a little ways by. Going to be putting back up the hill though for her 3.
Testing her par streak, Tom.
Yes, what's it at right now, Boone? Quick maths.
Yeah, we had 83 plus 7s, or 83 plus 6, 89.
Wanting to make it 90 holes. Tiger Woods, by the way, in the men's game won 110 holes without a bogey. That was back in 2000, from the Canadian Open to the old event at Disney World. Jin Young was just 5 years of age when Tiger did that. Of course, Jin Young holds the record for the most consecutive holes without a bogey on the LPGA Tour. 4 better than Tiger Woods. She went 114 holes. And, well, who knows? If this goes in, could beat that streak.
It's got to have a little bit of left movement to it.
So that's 90 holes without a bogey for Jin Young Ko, chasing another win in the Founders Cup. Would be her 4th victory in this event. It'll be 4 different golf courses.
It's 5 rounds. Oh.
Amazing. Birdie putt here for Nelly. Gonna play the front 9 in level par. And it's going the wrong way at the moment. She's fallen back. Started the day tied for 5th, currently tied for 6th. So needs to make some birdies if she's going to climb up the leaderboard. Not going to see Nelly for a little while. She's going to take a break after this, like she did at this time last year. Sort of has her off season when the LPGA Tour goes to Asia for 3 events.
Worked out pretty well last year.
It did indeed.
Big break. Came back, won 4 more in a row for 5 straight. Kang for eagle at 8.
I feel like you have to make birdie there just to keep pace. I don't think she's going to make up any ground on that final pair.
This is where things really got started for Jin Young Ko and Yelimi No yesterday. Each had parred their first 7 holes. Yelimi would birdie 8 of her last 11. Jin Young 6 of 11. And now they're tied as they reach this par 5.
And it really is the start of the rounds here, where you think that you can start to make some inroads. This par 5 tee has been moved up a little bit. You can get to the green in 2 quite comfortably, especially with this wind direction. And Jin really striping one down there.
She just looks very calm, very focused. Nothing really flustering her at the moment.
Karen, we've watched this golf swing for a long time. Decorated amateur, Yelena, what do you like about it?
I mean, it's so on plane. Everything about it is good. She works on keeping her hands a little bit lower down through impact. She talks about the rhythm of it, and all of these things really make a big difference in her, in how she's able to strike the ball. I mean, it's just quality ball striking round after round with her.
Just going to stay in the fairway. Good angle to that left hole location today.
15.
This is Zhong Enli 6. Coming off a really tough season last year on the LPGA. Finished 124th in the race to the CME Globe rankings. This one flirting with an ace. That's going to be a birdie for Zhong Enli 6. It's going to get her into a tie for 14th. Her best finish in the whole season last year was a tie for 12th. So nice to see her back playing well.
Jin Hee Im, 7 straight pars to start the final round. This to get to 14 under. So Im gets into a tie for 3rd at the moment.
This is the 9th hole. This is Megan Kang. Oh, what a shot from Megan Kang. Made the birdie at the 8th to get to 15 under par. Has that to get to 16 under within 3 of the lead. So trying to break out of that pack and put some pressure on this player alongside Yelena. Let's go to 8.
And seconds at this par 5, beginning with Jin Young.
She's got 220 to the front, 245 to the hole. Downwind and wide open, really. Doesn't have to worry about carrying the bunker on the left. Should be no problem for her to get this one to chase up.
Very nice line. Didn't quite get it there. A very soft hop there in the upslope of the bunker.
And now Yelena, no.
And she has 208 to the front, 233 to the hole. Again, Yelena should not have a problem getting this one onto the green. The way that she can get some height on this shot. And this one's a bit right though. There's a bunker on that front right of the green.
Carries that bunker. So something to watch as we keep going. That is a little bit of her miss today. A little bit of a fan right on 5, on 6 off the tee, on 7 the iron, and here into this green.
At the 11th.
This is Angel Yin for a birdie. Managed to get it flag high. A lot of players, as we have seen, coming up short of the flag and coming back towards the front of the green, leaving a longer putt. Angel, that one just having some speed at the end. We haven't seen too many putts run out like that. LPGA Tour likes to keep a consistent speed week to week of around 11.5 to 12 on the stimp meter. I always think we should get to 14, 15, challenge these players. You've heard me say that.
Put the flag in the bunker.
Yeah. I like to see the bet. These players are so good. You could run the greens at 15, they'd still shoot low 60s.
Nobody better than Nelly Korda, world #1. She's almost lapping the entire world in the Rolex rankings. Right over the top of the flag. It'll come back, I think, onto the green,
It's been a tough hole today, this 10th. Tough to get it close to that hole location, tucked over that bunker, and you can see just how firm it was based on how big of a bounce Nelly's shot took.
Celine Boutier managed to get it onto that back tier. just on the top of the slope. So this for birdie. Is it? Yes, nice. 2 birdies in that group. So Boutier to 13 under par. Needs to just run the tables now. Keep making birdies as she makes her way to the clubhouse.
Third shot at the par 5 8th for Jin Young Ko.
And has loads of green to use, just chipping straight up this green.
Had to putt up about that length for par to keep that bogey-free streak going, which she made back on the 7th. Nelly really needs a birdie.
Downhill breaking to the right. The crowd is just waiting.
Yeah.
Waiting for her to make something here.
Too many groans, not enough roars for Nelly today. Saved her best for last here on Sunday last year. Eagle birdie finished to get into a playoff, which she won. Third shot for no at 8.
Ball's a bit above her feet here, but I think this was the right play, was to chip this and not try and putt it.
Yes, I like the aggressive nature there. But that's going to leave a difficult putt. A little bit quick down the hill.
Just a moment to go. Megan Kang for the birdie. Yes, nicely done. So that's back-to-back birdies at the Eagle in at 6, and Megan Kang 3 back of the lead, trying desperately to close that gap. It's going to be fun to watch to see if she will be able to do that over the closing 9 holes. Momentum on her side, especially coming off that low round yesterday. Confidence must be sky high. Let's go to the 8th.
Well, it was Kang who beat Jin Young Ko in a playoff in Canada a year and a half ago, and her fellow American Yulimi No is side by side with Jin Young today, trying to win for the first time herself. And how big of a putt would you say this is, Karen, for Yulimi?
Well, I think this is pretty big, because, you know, Jin Young Ko is giving off those vibes that are, I'm not going to make a mistake, and I have a chance for birdie here. So you want to kind of just keep in control of things, and by making this, you will feel that.
Hmm. 6 and 8, Morgan.
Yeah, it looked like a good roll, that one. Just kind of a bit of a miss in where she left that pitch shot. Not a putt she could really be aggressive with. No right-hander would sign up to hit a left to right putt. They'd rather have slightly uphill right to left.
Angel Yin needing something special down the stretch. Her second at 12. Something special working at the moment. 4 under in her last 4, and that to make it 5 under in her last 5.
This is kind of what we've been waiting for. Somebody to make a move. We see from a couple players now.
It happened early yesterday. Maybe it'll happen late today. Jin Young has this for birdie to take the lead outright.
And this one's going to move to the right.
Yep. Jin Young Ko trying to make it 4 consecutive odd-numbered years with a win in this event, all at different golf courses. I mean, that tells you a lot about Jin Young Ko, doesn't it? If that were to happen.
This is Hannah Green playing alongside Nelly Korda. Tee shot at the 11th towards West Bradenton Baptist Church there in the background. And that's basically where Angel Yin hold the putt from.
Yeah. 27.
Now Nelly.
I'd expect Nelly, Tom here, coming in to start taking dead aim. She doesn't care about anything other than fighting her way up this leaderboard in these next few holes.
Let's get it to fly. Just enough. Needs to settle there. And it does. So that's a good birdie look for Nelly. Not far away from just coming up shy and dealing with that big bowl that sits short right at the green there that gathers up so many tee shots. It's another par 3, the 9th, and the player at the top of the leaderboard now, Jin Young Ko.
Has an 8-iron out, 160. Got slight helping wind. The more right you go, the more green and carry you have to have.
Mistake. There's a bunker over there, and I'm assuming she's run down into the sand. There's a bit of room between the green and the sand. We'll let Karen check that out. Let's go to 12.
And Angel Yen for another birdie.
She putts so confidently on these greens. Putted very well at the CME Group Tour Championship. Always gives them plenty of speed. She's never been one to be afraid of the comebacker.
And back to the 9th.
Yeah, Jin Young Ko did not find the bunker. She's in the grass over on that right side. To see how the lie is. Now, you let me know.
She was caught out. Jin Young Ko was caught out by the by that extra carry on the right side. The wind kind of is pushing it a bit to the right as well. So Yalimi with her fade has to watch out for that with this shot.
Moment when Jin Young has seemed superhuman. Maybe an opportunity here for Yalimi.
I think so.
Oh, what a shot. That almost flew in the hole. Look at that pitch mark. It's a few inches behind the cup in the air. That must have looked absolutely money. No wonder she's smiling. Yeah, there you go. There's the pitch mark.
It looked more like what we saw yesterday, Tom. I mean, her proximity to the hole yesterday was something special, and a little bit better rhythm there. Nearly flies in the hole.
So that will be a good chance for Yelimino trying to tie the lead. We'll see what Jin Young Ko does. Coverage, of course, Grant, will be continuing shortly on Golf Channel.
That's right. Coming up at the top of the hour, Jin Young Ko has missed the green at the 9th. Her lead is 1. Yelimino, maybe a chance for a 2-shot swing, but Jin Young Ko hasn't made a bogey since the 3rd round last week. And Megan Kang with a big kick. After 62 yesterday, she's turned it on. Playing her last 4 holes in 4 under. Is it too late for Nelly? She's running out of time. She's got a birdie putt at the 11th. In just a moment, the winner here last year. First full field event of the season. Jin Young Ko trying to win this event for a 4th straight time. The Founders Cup, 4th time in her career. The Founders Cup presented by U.S. Virgin Islands. Welcome to Bradenton, Florida, for the final round of the LPGA Founders Cup, where young American Yelimino tries to break through into the winner's circle for the first time. Grant Boone, Morgan Pressel. This is Yalimi for birdie to tie the lead.
Really hold her approach here. This would be the biggest putt of the day.
Began the day with a 1-shot lead. She now trails by 1 against the 15-time former number 1 in the world, Jin Young Ko. Glad to have you. Here we go. Final round. NBC Sports and the LPGA Tour proudly present the season-long race to the CME Globe. From Bradenton, Florida, it's final round coverage of the Founders Cup, presented by U.S. Virgin Islands. The LPGA Tour began back in 1950. It was these 13 women who put it all on the line to start what has become the the longest running, most successful women's sports organization in the world. And from all over the west coast of Florida and beyond, they've come to watch this year's current crop of greats, led by world number 1 Nelly Korda, who won on this golf course last year. That's the trophy they're playing for. Jin Young Ko has hoisted it 3 times, 3 of her 15 wins. She leads by 1 at the moment. Nelly Korda playing with Hannah Green in this final round. Nelly made a big run yesterday and trying to make another here on the back nine. This is how the leaderboard looks. Jin Young Ko has not made a bogey in her last 91 holes, going back to the 3rd round last week, the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions. But she does have a par putt at the 9th of about 6 feet. Is it too late for Megan Kang? She's 4 under in her last 4 holes. A winner in Canada a year and a half ago. See the Americans challenging Jin Young. Morgan and I are joined by Tom Abbott and major champion Karen Stupples. And Tom, the bogey-free streak and the lead on the line here for Jin Young.
Yeah, pretty incredible to go 5 rounds, the equivalent of 5 rounds without making a bogey, but has this one for par, and it is just very impressive from Jin Young Ko. Missed the green right, chips up to there, makes the 3 out in 33. And maintains the lead. Let's go to the 10th.
And Megan Kang for another birdie to get a little closer. Her 1 win came in a playoff with Jin Young Ko in Canada back in August of 2023. Shot 62 yesterday. Set a new course record, and we're seeing little glimpses of that here lately.
I can see that bogey early, but bounced back nicely and is the closest pursuer. Needs a strong few holes upcoming.
So does Nelly, the 11th.
Yeah, this for birdie. Nelly's just not been able to get that putter working today, and so the run of pars continues. She's level par for the final round. As you can see, 8 shots back. A winner last year at Bradenton Country Club, and the drive on that was played here. The Founders Cup was played up in the northeast. Nelly doesn't look like she's going to be able to win this year here. Let's go to 10.
And Jin Young Ko leading by 1.
And ideally down the left half of the fairway, and she's found the middle again. I mean, it's just been a stripe show by Jin Young Ko today.
It was the first bobble we saw, really, that tee shot on 9, missing the green there, but just has looked nearly flawless, and that's put a lot of pressure on young Yalimi here, Karen.
Oh, it's really difficult to play. You know, Morgan, when you're playing against somebody who doesn't appear like they're ever going to make a mistake, it just really makes you feel like you have to push to make something happen if you want to win, and that's no way to be all that successful, and that's something that you learn. You learn that you still have to just play your game.
A few right misses early in the round today. Another one here. A little bit quick in the transition. Something to watch.
She led by 1 when the round began. She now trails by 1. Jin Young Ko tries to win for the first time in 2 years. Today's coverage is brought to you by U.S. Virgin Islands. Step into rhythm with U.S. Virgin Islands. And by CME Group, where risk meets opportunity.
Back on the 11th hole with Megan Kang. See if she can get it all the way back to the hole here.
It's an important stretch of the golf course right here, Tom. It's going to determine the champion today. This next 6 holes.
We're at the 10th with our final pair. Jin Young Ko leading it by 1, and once again in the fairway. And this hour of Top Tracer technology is presented by Progressive Insurance.
Ko has an 8 iron out. 127 is the actual number, so this isn't a very big one. There's a hint to breeze into.
here how firm the greens have gotten, different from earlier in the week when they were a little bit more receptive. Golf course playing tougher today than it did yesterday by about a shot.
And we're looking at where Yelimey No's tee shot has come to rest, her second here at the par 4.
It's slight downslope, but this bunker does not have a very big lip on it. Only has 120 to the hole. She does have quite a bit of carry though over the front right bunker if she wants to attack this flag.
It's a horrible angle. The safe play is a little bit left. She would take that every single day and run. What a shot right there. That she made that look so easy, and how softly this landed. She likes to play a little bit of a fade. It's almost a slight downslope there in the bunker. We've seen a few quick transition swings so far today, but that one smooth as could be.
Grew up in Northern California, conquered decorated amateur career in the U.S. Junior, Canadian amateur as well. Now in her 6th season on tour, trying to win for the first time. Nelly Korda won 7 times last year, beginning right here in Bradenton. This for birdie at the 12th.
Not gonna be Nelly's day today, but she should be very impressed with the way that she started this season. This game looks fantastic. She's going to take some time off again like she did last year after this week, and come back when the tour returns to the United States in March.
Second last week at the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions. You see now tied for 4th. Her good friend Megan Kang is at the 11th.
Yeah, played together in the Solheim Cup. Good pals. Megan, 4 back. These are the kind of putts you got to make if she's going to put that pressure on the top of the leaderboard and have a chance to win. No, just doesn't come back as much as she thought. So it's going to be a 3 for Kang. She'll stay at 16 under par. But let's talk about what we're going to expect this afternoon. Head up to Morgan and Grant.
Tom, thank you and welcome to this final round of the Founders Cup presented by U.S. Virgin Islands. We're celebrating those 13 pioneers who gave us the LPGA Tour 75 years ago, and I think they're loving this show. It is an event that began in 2011 in Phoenix. Jin Young Ko won that final event there in the desert. Then she won when it moved to New Jersey. She won at another course in New Jersey. Now, Morgan, she's trying to win this event and honor the Founders with a 4th straight victory in odd-numbered years. She's got a 1-shot lead and looking a little bit like the Jin Young of old, isn't she?
She's looking, honestly, superhuman. Like the incredible stretch that she is on. 92 holes now without a bogey. Not only without a bogey, she's 31 under par within that stretch. It's pretty incredible golf. Her greens and regulation stats are off the charts, both her and Yelimey, why they find themselves at the top of the leaderboard. But if you look back at Jin Young's year last year, she knows she didn't have a victory. She made a choice to come here to the States early. She came 3 weeks before the event last week in Orlando to really prepare for this season. And I'd say she's come out just like the Jin Young of old. It's very impressive to watch, and she looks really keyed in right now on this victory.
Began the day 1 shot behind Yelimey No, now 23 years old. Talked about what a great amateur career she had. She wasn't even a member when she had a great chance to win as a Monday qualifier in Portland in 2019. What she's overcome in the last couple of years is nothing short of remarkable, Morgan.
It's very impressive, and I've been impressed with the way she played yesterday. She played with Jin Young Ko yesterday, looked really, really solid. Some incredible iron play to some kick-in shots, a little reminiscent of what we just saw there on the 9th, was like we saw yesterday. She's lost a few shots right today. It's something that we're going to watch coming into some of the toughest holes on this golf course, the back 9, especially 13 through 16 stretch.
Here is Jin Young Ko leading by 1 for birdie. She's got the longest bogey-free streak in all of golf, 114 holes back in 2019 when she won a couple of majors. Looks like no problem for par there.
She's in for birdie up the hill. Yes, nicely done. So That gets her to 14 under par. Player who had a really good rookie season last year, finished second in the rookie standings. Back over to 10.
And Yelimino for birdie to tie the lead. She got into the top 30 in the Rolex rankings, fell almost out of the top 300. Now she showing signs of the form that took her to the Solheim Cup team for the U.S. back in 2021, and still right there.
Yeah, you can see a little frustration there on her face after that putt. She's had some opportunities, had 2 pars on the 2 par 5s on the front 9. Might come back to haunt her here.
We talked about this being a bit of a victory lap season for Lexi Thompson. Not sure how many events we'll see her play. Not going to be a full-time LPGA player anymore, but she made the CME Group Tour Championship last year. Really had a terrific second half of the season, especially.
Yeah, we'll still see her a little bit. I heard maybe 8 or 9 times. Could be a little more, depending on how well she plays.
Fully exempt. It'll be her choice, and that's the way it should be. To 11.
Yeah. You got help there.
Jin Young Ko.
114. That's on line in the pin.
Looking at the way these players have played, what's out there, pretty similar for the week.
I like a little left.
Jin Young Ko is
Right there.
an experienced campaigner.
And you just hit this one hard, yeah?
New caddy on the bag this season for Jin Young Ko.
And the rules officials have given the players a different look here as well. Move the tee up. I think because you've got the whole location tucked on that far right side of the green. Ko's got a pitch image.
Caddy, talk about Tom. Nate Blasco caddied for Hannah Green the last few years. It's been quite a bit of a caddy shuffle here to start the season, Karen.
It has. You show up to the first event of the year at Lake Nona, and all of a sudden there's different people with different players. It's always interesting to see what changes the players are making. And sometimes it just needs somebody.
Did he just pull her off there because he thought the ball was too far forward?
I think so.
It looked like the caddy was like kind of in line with the mark. You don't see that too often, but it's good caddying. Got to protect your player.
I think she was actually aware of it before he even moved in. I think she looked at him to give her the yes or no, and he's like, oh, maybe you should move.
It's kind of the shot we've seen a few times today. I feel like that's her tendency under pressure, is a touch of a pull. Jin Young, her miss is far more often left than right. Still, that's a safe play. It's not a very long hole today since they've moved the tee box up, really taking dead aim.
It's quite hard to do, Morgan, taking dead aim at this flag. Even though you've got such a short club in your hand, it's because it feels like you're hitting across yourself and out to the right, because the tee box is actually aiming more towards the middle of the green.
I think fit Yalimi's eye here.
Well, I think that's why players, like Yalimi backed off there, is because you feel a little bit uncomfortable because, everything's so meticulously lined up these days with alignment sticks and stuff. And if you have to hit across yourself, it feels strange.
Yeah, she wasn't comfortable. Helicopter finish, but still safe. Such a good ball striker. Really good tee to green is Yelimino. This is at the 13th hole, and one of the talented young Japanese players on the LPGA Tour, Miyu Yamashita. It's going to be a par at best. Well, that final pairing walking up the 11th, and Yelimino is speaking to Karen.
I have. She's making me feel very short, Tom, but thank you so much for joining us out here today. And I think everybody is always curious, how do players get started in golf? So how did you start your career in golf?
I started by just going out with my dad, who actually started with me. So we started at the same time. So kind of just was going with him on the range, and that's it.
How quickly did you beat him?
Ooh. Maybe when I was like 14.
So pretty quickly then.
Yeah, kind of.
And you know, we talk about inspirations, and here we are at the Founders. Who really has been your inspiration throughout your career?
I'd say Annika. I mean, she's she is the greatest of all time, and not just her golf, but I really am inspired by her fitness journey as well throughout her career. So her fitness and obviously her amazing golf. So I'd say Annika.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Yelimi. Good luck.
How nice of Yelimi to spend a few moments. Oregon, that's a big moment trying to win for the first time.
Yeah, maybe it might relax her a little bit here coming down the stretch. But, I mean, she talks about fitness. She has really committed to her fitness this offseason, talks about how that's made a huge difference in her game, works with Mara Merrick in the Dallas area.
Well, that tells you what Megan thinks about this approach. Too bad.
When you're trying to win a tournament out here, expectations are high, and you know you've got to hit quality shots when you're up against the name at the top of the leaderboard.
She had a great chance to win here last year. Angel Yin made a triple here yesterday. Get a little bit of revenge. That's going to work out okay.
She was saying that she didn't even really like this whole visually. It was always kind of causing her issues. Made a couple good par saves early in the week. Definitely caught up to her yesterday.
And back we go to the 11th.
Jin Young for a birdie is going to help Yelimi know as well with her tee shot so close.
I agree, and I think that's something that you really have to pay attention to. I mean, Jin Young is such a good putter that she's going to give you a decent line.
That's where it gets speedy. The green's not quite at their true top speed, I don't think. Saw the birdie putt for Yamashita, this for par. Bogey-free today. Looking to get her LPGA Tour career off to a splendid start, and doing so with her performance here this week. Back over to the 11th. Let's see if Yelimi can get this putter working.
I think so far today she's just been on the wrong side of the hole. The putts have been little sliders to the right, and those are always more difficult to make. This also going to be a slider to the right. But I kind of feel like she's due for something good to happen.
Knew it was going to be speedy. It's a pretty good putt there. Just needed a fraction more. Back in 2018, when she was a junior, she had an amazing run. She won the Girls Junior PGA Championship, the US Girls Junior Amateur, and the Canadian Women's Amateur in consecutive weeks in July of that year. She would also win the California State Championship and the Seri Park Junior Championship back in 2018. She was the AJGA Girls Player of the Year, and there was a huge buzz about Yelimi at the time. Of course, just a year later, she was contending, having Monday qualified onto the LPGA Tour, and then in 2020, she was playing full-time out here. She's only 23 years of age, but it feels like she's been out here for a long time. It is her 6th season. Par putt now for Jin Young Ko.
A little bit more work than she would like, but she's really kind of putting in the effort into this one to make sure that she's got everything exactly where she needs it. No problem at all.
Just tough to beat. Kind of difficult match play competitor, you would think. Imagine if she had been able to play in a Solheim Cup. Really difficult to beat. Maybe see her at the International Crown later this year.
Another par save for Jin Young Ko. She leads by 1 on the tee at the 12th.
And with the wind a little bit off the right, this is quite a tight fairway. You've got water down the right, bunker up the left.
She missed the fairway over there early in the week. Similar shot. She was able to hit a beauty out of there. It's not a bad angle.
Up 1.
Hannah Green playing alongside Nelly Korda today, coming off a really good season last year. 3 wins on the LPGA Tour for Hannah Green. Gonna head back to Australia next week, have a couple of weeks off back home in Perth, and then head to Singapore. Just a 4-hour flight from Perth to Singapore. She said, it's my hometown event. It's a long way to travel from Australia every week. Let's go to the 12th.
And let's watch the tee shot of Yelino.
This one's looking pretty good down the fairway.
Always been a good ball striker, Morgan, working with Eric Stone. The putter has begun to cooperate the last year.
Yeah, big change. We've seen her putt with that long putter that's really, she felt like she was a little yippy with her putter before switching to that. No more.
Megan Kang, still time.
I mean, we saw so much volatility on this back 9 last year. Really, anything can happen starting on the 13th hole, and especially here at 14.
Angel Yin. As you noted, she's never afraid to give it a chance. She's been a great putter. She drives for show and putts for dough. She's a long hitter, makes a lot of putts, one of the best on tour. All right, Kang with a little bit of work left here. Got that long-awaited first victory in Canada back in August of 2023. Took the lead into the final round, a little bit like Yelimi No. She was in her 6th season back then, 8th season. Broke through, beat Jin Young Ko. Yelimi's trying to do the same. Angel for her par. Oh dear.
I talked about her not being afraid of the comebacker. She's got double the length right now than what she just had. She just cannot believe it. Absolutely powered it through the break.
Jin Young Ko from the fairway bunker at the 12th.
Yeah, not too bad. These fairway bunkers don't have huge lips on them. They can, cause a few problems, but for Jin Young, not too bad with a 9-iron in your hand. 137. It's
Almost
pretty
makes
open. Sorry,
almost
Morgan.
makes the angle a little easier, Karen, from this side.
It does. I do think this whole location today is actually pretty accessible. Right in the middle of the green, you're a little bit further away from the little swale on the left where the ball carries you away, but ideally you should try and keep it below the hole.
Excellent distance control. A lot of variables added when you are in the fairway bunker like that. It's super precise.
No is next.
From 131 with a 9-iron also.
Things like Eric said, when her coach, when she does miss it to the right, gets a little quick in transition, which is natural under pressure. Oh my goodness. How unlucky was that? Nearly hold it on 9 on the fly. I have to say that would have been a lot closer had that not hit the flagstick. Her irons have such height, and she's been able to spin the ball back, especially with 9-iron, a short iron in her hand. That would have been really tight. Got unlucky there.
And her reaction. What do you tell yourself there? I hit a good shot?
What are you going to do? She made a perfect golf swing, rub of the green every once in a while. You get a bad break, you hope that the good breaks and bad breaks even out, but that one coming down the stretch on a Sunday, not the best.
Back 9 yesterday especially, so many approaches to within 6 feet or less. Angel Yin, a 3-putt bogey, working hard there. So it's going to be a good week for Angel. But that 14th she'll remember. Triple bogey yesterday and a 3-putt bogey today. To 13.
Tee shot here for Megan Kang. Straight away, par 4.
It's almost like a runway, this fairway here, Tom, but sometimes when it's straight, you don't have that visual of a turn, a curve. Creative players like to see curves.
Yalini maybe inspecting the damage to the flagstick. And the hole.
Looks like it caught, I don't know what, 5 feet up on the flagstick and nearly could have also dropped right in the hole.
And so, in this neighborhood in Bradenton, just a few miles away from Manatee River and the Gulf, Yalini and Jin Young Ko, the golf course turns to the right. Head up the 13th, final pair with birdie putts here. And is it Yalini or is it Jin Young? Maybe they're waiting to have the cup fixed, I guess. Think about it, trying to win for the first time, Morgan. She's put herself in position, including, as we mentioned, as a non-member when she Monday qualified. Had a 3-shot lead with 4 to play in Portland. Hannah Green rallied to catch her, and a chance to win at Evian as well, and really played well at the end of last year to give her a boost.
Okay. We talked about a little bit yesterday that Asia swing last year really giving her a lot of confidence.
Annie Giangrosso, one of the LPGA officials.
Especially when she was in Japan. She played in the final group on the final day and had the lead at one point on the 11th hole. So not too different than where she is right now, except she's one behind. One behind is a different mentality than one ahead. One behind gives you a bit of a chaser's mentality. Feel like you have to go get it. Could be a little bit freeing. And I mean, what a shot she hit in there. Let's see if she can get a little luck going back her way, Karen, after that unlucky bounce.
Well, I think you have to tell yourself, as you were saying, that eventually that will turn around. The luck should even out, and that really was unlucky. I mean, it's come back such a long way. This putt though, uphill, and this would go a long way to erase that luck if she could somehow get this one to drop. I think you still have to be patient. There's still a lot of golf to play. I mean, look what happened last year.
And you think about where we were 24 hours ago, it was bunched up, a 4-way tie at the top, and then Yalini birdied 8 of her last 11 holes, Jin Young 6 of her last 11 to get a little bit of separation, and it is those two still, 1 and 2, Ko and No. 13.
Megan Kang, no tree trouble over here. Flags on the back left. And didn't want to miss it left.
Back at the 12th, and a chance for a 2-shot lead for Jin Young Ko.
And this one's moving to the right.
Under par played off last year. Nelly Korda beat Lydia Ko on a second playoff hole. 20 under leads it here.
Completely different conditions this year. Warmer, very little wind. Last year, cooler, windier. Different tournament, the Drive On Championship. This being the Founders Cup, but here's really the moment after Yulimi knocks this in. The next 4 holes, the 4 hardest holes on the golf course. The way these two played them yesterday was something special.
All right, off the flagstick with her approach. Settles for a 2-putt par. In great position still, with 6 holes to play to win for the very first time. But you've got a player in Jin Young Ko. Of her 15 LPGA titles, 3 have come in this event every other year since 2019, and 3 different golf courses.
I mentioned this earlier in the week in one of her interviews, that she knows that this is a streak, that this is a thing. I mean, it kind of lines up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think Yulimi knows that, though.
No.
Nor does Yulimi care.
She hasn't won, Jin Young, since that 3rd Founders Cup title up in Clifton, New Jersey. That was her 15th and most recent victory. 1-shot lead with 6 to go. She gets to 13.
So just saw the tee shot here from Megan Kang. Morgan was saying it's a pretty straight away hole. It's a good target here, Karen.
I think you have to pick out one of the palm trees behind the green and really zero in on that, because it is so straight. You have to kind of narrow down your target.
Narrow the target, narrow the miss. It's good advice. That still manages to run out there.
This is where Megan Kang's approach finished up. Kind of slopes away when she gets to the green. Pretty good effort there. So that'll be the save pass. Stay at 16 under par, 4 back of the lead. Go back to the tee and you let me know.
Again, pick up that small target. And this one's starting down the left half.
Careful, it's out of bounds over here. It's not going to be that far left. Well, to see what kind of shot she has. The ball's lying fine on that path. We'll see when we come back.
Seven-mile-long Anna Maria Island is well known for its iconic white sand beaches and stunning turquoise waters that span the entire island. Powder blue sands, wonderfully soft on the feet, loved by all types of beachgoers. Volleyball playgrounds, toe-in-the-sand dining, among the many pleasures enjoyed on the beaches here. Anna Maria Island's location on the west coast of Florida provides spectacular sunsets over the Gulf. We've had those this week. A great week here, celebrating the Founders. Let's get you on to the 13th.
Megan Kang for par. Stay at 16 and yeah, it's good up and down. Doesn't drop a shot despite the mistake with the second shot. She's had some issues this week with pain in her wrist and also blisters, but still got a smile on her face. Got the wrist taped up. She's got the blisters taped up. She's fine. Now back in the fairway. Going to assume that it's Jin Young Ko to go first. Who's over in the right rough.
It is, Tom. And she's got 155 as a number. It is a tremendous angle to get to that left hole location, but the difficulty that she faces is she is from the rough, and you cannot go beyond this flag. There's a little bit of room there, but not much, and it falls away really quickly, leaving an impossible chip if you do go long. The helpful part is that it is into the wind, so that'll take some of the heat off of this that's from the rough. And so far this week, when Jin Young has been in the rough, the ball's been coming out not quite as fast as she thinks. She's been playing for that release, but it hasn't been getting it.
I still have to err on the short side here. That back hole location.
Bunker. Ball slightly below her feet, came out right. Bit of work to do here. I mentioned that run of holes without a bogey. She's going to have to work hard to get up and down. Now, is the tree an issue?
Stand still, please.
She got away with it a little bit here. And, I mean, she's about 6 inches or so on the good side of this tree. She has an 8-iron out. I mean, the tree is still very much in your mind, though. You know it's there. She's had a few practice swings making sure that it doesn't interfere at all, and it doesn't. No problem with the lie, sitting clean. Nothing to interfere in front of her either.
Go. 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 Yeah.
Caddy screaming for it to get back into that portion of the green where he knew that she would have a birdie putt. It's another good iron shot. She's been so good tee to green this week. How about this swing, Morgan?
Wonderful shot here. You wonder if this was a little bit of the luck evening out here. Clear shot from the tree. Potentially thinking about that tree, maybe slowing down her transition ever so slightly. Got to keep your lower body so still in those moments off that coquina.
Check in with Nelly Korda. It's on the tee at the par 3 15th. Nelly coming off a drop shot at the 14th hole. So back to level par for the day. A lot of support for Nelly. Hometown favorite, lives here in Bradenton, was born in the hospital 5 minutes from the golf course. Great crowds out watching her this week. She really would want to win in front of them, but doesn't look like it's going to be for Nelly this week.
Maybe she needed Jason to tell her she had no chance.
Well, yeah, but
that's what he told her on the 17th last year.
It would be a stretch right now for her to turn it around. Let's go to 16.
So this is the third for Angel Yin. Nearly holds it. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that is the ball of Jin Young Ko. This will be a tough one, plugged in the bunker.
It is, and at least half of the ball is below the surface of the sand. So this is not easy. She does have a lot of green to use, so she can use the chase. However, you do still have to be careful of going long with getting too much chase.
Electing to use the open face there. A lot of people play those types of shots differently. Some electing to go with a more open face. Some, I always kept the face a little more square on that type of a shot. Not bad, very unpredictable. She's gonna have her work cut out for her to keep that streak alive.
Could be a two-shot swing here. Take a look. These numbers are indicative of what Jin Young has done over the years. She has made an impossible game look easy at times. 114 straight, more than Tiger's LPGA Tour best of 110. She hit 63 straight greens in regulation at one point. She's been #1 in the world more than anyone, and 15 wins to show for it.
She just, like you said, makes it look really easy. She did say yesterday after a round she's not thinking about it. She's trying to stay in the moment. She did have quite the reaction when she missed that putt on the 9th green in Portland to end her streak of 114 holes without a bogey. Be interested if she does make a bogey here on out, if she has any kind of a reaction in that streak of any importance to her. I think only thing that really does matter is the victory here, Karen.
I think if you're thinking of anything other than that, you're a little bit on the crazy side. No question, the win is what she's thinking about. Especially having not won last year, and for such a prolific winner to be winless for a whole year, it's a little jarring, and it makes you really value these moments that you have when you're in contention, that you almost just put everything on the back burner, that you just don't think about anything else other than what you're doing in that moment.
Well, the streak of bogey-free holes does come to an end. But more importantly, when you look at the top of the leaderboard, we could have a 2-shot swing here. Jin Young Ko is going to fall back into a tie for the lead at 19 under par, and Yelimi No will have a putt to take the lead. A 1-shot lead at 20 under par. But first bogey in 96 holes for Jin Young Ko. Shows that her golf is back to where it was a year ago, or a couple of years ago.
She's human, Tom.
Yeah. A lot of chances for Yelimi No, Karen. Needs to take advantage here if she's going to get the win.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I do think, though, that she's been very gutsy over the last few days with her golf. She's really attacked some shots to the greens, and she has the iron play to prove it. Now, can she? Yeah, a putt to drive, and look at that.
Yeah, great time to do it. Yelimi No with her first birdie since the second. It's been all pars since then. But she now has a 1-shot lead with that Jin Young Ko bogey.
A little bit of the bad luck evening out there, Tom. Got that bad luck hitting into the 12th green. Good luck avoiding the trees on the left there on 13 leads to a birdie and the lead.
Megan Kang, 4 back with 5 to play. The tough 14th here.
She likes it. Trying to use a little bit of that slope to get it closer there. Some pretty good effort on the hardest hole of the entire week.
Just 4 birdies
Ready,
at this
stand quiet,
14th
please.
all day. Just 4 at the 15th. A whopping 6 at the 16th. This is that tough stretch you talked about. And now with the lead. She has been in this position before. With the lead late on a Sunday, she has stood toe-to-toe with some of the very best in the world. Played the final group with Inbee Park and So-Yeon Yu in the final round. Final group in Dallas back in 2020, her rookie year. And now in front by 1.
And this tee shot, not an easy tee shot. You've got water and trouble down the left. It is downwind. In an ideal world, you play this a little bit out to the right. And she has definitely favoured that right side. It's going to be in the Kakina.
Yeah, this is one of the most intimidating shots coming home here. This tee shot at 16, going for the green potentially at 17, are 3 shots where there's a lot of trouble in play. Definitely favored away from that penalty area.
This is Nelly for a birdie at the 15th. Such a good try. Going to put the clubs away for a little bit. And she loves to practice, though, Nelly. Really works hard on a golf swing. It won't be too long before she's back out onto the range. Golf course in this area where she's a member, practicing and getting ready for coming back to the tour in a little while. Let's go to the 14th.
And Young Ko hit her first 8 fairways, Karen. She's missed her last 2.
And this one's going on a little bit of a fade to the right half, and she's not going to miss this one.
So the 23-year-old from Northern California, Yelimi No, with a 2-shot swing at the 13th. Bogey for Jin Young, the birdie for Yelimi, and it's no by 1. At the par 4 14th, Megan Kang trying to make a late run at the lead for birdie. Running out of holes now.
It all depends on what this final group does over the next 3-4 holes. And we saw a lot of turmoil as well last year. The way they're playing right now, it looks like Megan needs to do something special on this home stretch.
She was in the middle of the chase last year. Ultimately, it was Nelly Korda and Lydia Ko playing off. Nelly won it, first of her 7 titles. Now it's Jin Young Ko, trailing by 1.
She's got 167 for the yardage. It is downwind, got an 8-iron out, so expecting this one to carry a bit on that wind. not going to be one that flies all the way to the hole location, so pitching it into the upslope, letting that upslope kill some of the speed off of this. It's quite a nice hole location today, Morgan. Not tucked up on that back left portion of the green. There's plenty of room there to use.
Especially with her miss being ever so slightly left. Looks like another one right here.
Ooh.
It's going to be okay. It's not going to hurt her. Got a fortuitous kick forwards. We've seen 4 or 5 iron shots today left of her target.
Up to 15.
Megan Kang on the tee. See if she can force her back to this flag. Give herself another chance for birdie. Got to go chasing here. It's going to be just fine. Give her a birdie look.
The leader, Yelimi No, has missed the fairway at the 14th. This is where T-ball has landed on that coquina path. Karen, we've seen a lot of shots from the coquina this week.
We have. She's got 143 to the hole, 138 to really carry the bunker on this line towards the flag. No problems with the palm trees. Completely clear shot. Just have to try and keep your footing on this surface.
She made birdie from the coquina on the previous hole. Again, another fortuitous little break here. And no trouble in her way.
Came out low. Going to work out just fine though, Morgan.
Oh.
Fantastic shot in this moment, in the lead. Looking like a difficult shot there. Yelimi making it look easy.
Just off the front of the green at the 14th, third for Jin Young Ko.
And it's pretty speedy because it's all downhill, breaking right towards the hole.
Oh, that streak ended on the last hole. She doesn't really ever look flustered. It's very calm. Calm underneath.
15.
Megan Kang for the birdie. Didn't give it enough, Megan. So she needs to make birdies. It's a bit of a mistake there. Remains 4 back. Let's go to the 16th.
And Nelly Korda, second last week at the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions. Currently tied for 6th here.
Big full swing, trying to draw something towards that left hole location. The hardest hole today, this 16th, mostly because of where that hole location is located, just over that deep bunker, short and left.
Well, Yelimi No is trying to walk that coquina pathway into the winner's circle. A couple of great shots from that surface in the last couple of holes, and this for at least a 2-shot lead.
Well, then she's actually leaving herself putts from the correct side of the hole. Below the hole, she's able to putt up at it.
Really struggled with the putter a couple of years ago. That long putter has given her newfound confidence.
2 for 2 out of the coquina on 2 of the hardest holes on the golf course. She played birdie this hole yesterday as well with an absolutely brilliant shot to about a kick in. She likes this 14th hole where it's given other players fits, but I mean, she hasn't had her very best stuff today, but it's not always about having your best stuff, Karen. It's about mentally staying tough and grinding it out.
Well, and patience too. I mean, when she had that bad break off the flagstick, it didn't actually phase her one bit. She just accepted it and keep moving forward, you know. And that's pretty huge. Patience is key when you're playing against somebody like Jin Young Ko. And that's been on full display.
I'd say patience as well. She missed a few putts, a few opportunities, not birdieing the par 5s on the front 9. Could have gotten frustrated, could have let it get away from her. And here now Jin Young to save another par.
And she knows what this one does, having watched the ball roll past the hole. But also, this becomes more important as these holes start ticking away. You can't let anything else slip.
Wow. Back-to-back bogeys for a player who hadn't made any all week. And whether you're trying to win for the first time like Yelimino or break a nearly 2-year victory drought, it's never easy. But Yelimino, trailing by 1, caught a bad break as you noted, hitting the flagstick and caroming backward on 12. Gets a bit of a break here and takes advantage.
Said coming into this 13th hole, whoever played these next 4 holes better would be the champion. And Yelimi, even though she's hit a couple of poor tee shots here, got fortunate. Look at this shot. Low, a little bit of a fade, chasing it up the center of the green. And the shots were fantastic, but so were the putts right in the center of the hole. And just at the wrong time for Jin Young Ko, where she is looking human when she's been superhuman pretty much the entire week. And Yelimi taking advantage of that, staying patient, as Karen said. And big shot right here.
This has changed so dramatically. This time yesterday, Yelimi was a couple shots off of a 4-way tie for the lead. Just went deep on the back 9 yesterday and now leads it suddenly, Tom, by 3.
Gonna bring it home. Let's listen in.
I just think if that 6 gets hot, then it has a chance to like land by the pin and go. Because that was 81 the first hit.
Yes. And that pitch pretty close.
Yeah, it landed 77. You more?
Yeah, that's good. What? 76.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't this one kind of like 9?
Yeah, it's like right here,
Okay,
like
9.
8. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the same.
This is the wind, Karen, that she doesn't like. She doesn't like that left to right wind. But she's got a lot of green on the left
just
to
because then
work
you can
with.
kind of start it out at that tree and let it fall right.
Yeah.
Just because I think you're going to have to swing too hard with that one. I think it's 6 is the clutch. We're just,
I can always choke down.
yep, we're just choking up and we're just at the tower. And if it falls right, great. Just take it back 2 so we got a little more room.
So you can tell she's gone with the larger of the 2 clubs.
That's perfect.
Caddy
Right
was
to
really
tower.
concerned that if she had swung the smaller club, she was going to try and swing too hard at it. With this club, which is the 6-iron, you can tell she's going to aim left of the flag, somewhere on the sort of left side of the TV tower, and just let it drift to the right. But this wind's not great for most right-handed players, but she knows that she can allow this to fade.
This hour of Top Tracer technology presented by Progressive Insurance.
I think this might be too much club with everything beyond the flagstick releasing away, a little bit of adrenaline. Just got to hit a really good shot in here. Oh, fantastic.
You've got to love that play.
Yeah, that downwind wind helping the shot there. Look at how softly that landed with the 6-iron. We've seen some pretty firm bounces there on 15.
Great approach at the 16th for Nelly Korda. This for Birdie. That kind of a day, huh?
It just happens where nothing really goes your way. She had such a fabulous day yesterday.
Back over to the 15th. It's not right off Jin Young Ko just yet.
No, she's got a 7-iron out, so she's really going to have to go after this one. She has a flatter ball flight though, so hers would normally take more of a hop.
So another shot that goes left. Gets away with this one.
And it shows just how much Yelimi took off of her 6-iron for Jin Young to hit a 7 in there.
Yelimino looking for her first victory, leads by 3.
Today's coverage is brought to you by Bradenton, Anna Maria Island, and Longboat Key, Florida's West Coast. Now, there's never been anyone quite like Patty Berg. 15 major championships. She was winning them before the LPGA Tour was even founded. She was one of those 13 women who created the LPGA Tour, a driving force, handing this tour off to the next generation. And here we are 75 years later, and one of the current greats is at the 15th.
Jin Young Ko for a birdie.
It's going to be slow, Tom. It's uphill.
Yeah, good call, Karen. Not quite getting the pace right there. Should be a 3, though, for Jin Young Ko. First ever LPGA event. Was played just across Tampa Bay from here. January 1950, January 19th, 1950. About 30 miles as the crow flies north of here.
Megan Kang has had a nice week. Second shot at the 16th. Might not be enough, Morgan, but a lot to build on for Megan.
Yeah, no, she's played very well. Even talking to her caddy heading into today. Yesterday, he said, finally getting rewarded for her fabulous iron play this first 2 weeks of the season.
15.
Yeah, you let me know for the birdie.
Uphill, Tom, again. But it almost looks like it falls away once the ball approaches the hole, so easy to not be too aggressive with this.
Thought her shot in there, Tom, showed a lot of touch. You'd think, here you are, 4 holes left to play, looking for your first win. Adrenaline pumping, it has to be. For her to be able to dial that approach in was impressive.
Lexi Thompson, not sure how many times we'll see her, as we said, this year, but still playing at a high level. This the 18th. Be a top 15 finish for Lexi. Back at 15.
Yeah, Jin Young just to finish off with her par here. Yeah, no problem at all. So that ends the run of bogeys. Having not had bogey for a long time, she made 2 in a row, but makes 3 here. And now the big finish, the last 3 holes, is a par 5 at the 17th, which could prove to be pivotal for Jin Young Ko. Let me know, just needs to tidy this one up, and she will have a 3-shot lead with 3 holes to play here at the Founders Cup, presented by US Virgin Islands.
A 3-hole lead with 3 holes to play. Yalimi No on the tee at 16.
It's still a very dangerous tee shot, this one, with water down the right and back into that sunshine.
More coquina.
Couldn't quite tell if that ended up in that coquina or in the rough. There is, of course, some tree trouble she could find over there.
Jin Young Ko.
And this one's no problem at all for Jin Young.
Hard part for Yalimi here will be the angle. She's got poor angle to that left hole location. Jin Young's got to make a couple birdies here at least coming in.
This is the par 5 17th. This is Nelly Korda's second.
Block. Block.
Little concerned that it could run back towards the water there.
I think we saw it on the bank, Tom. Perhaps. This hole, of course, is where Nelly made eagle en route to a playoff victory over Lydia Ko. It is this week's Aon Risk Reward Challenge hole. It's par 5, 17th. China's Xiaowen Yen made an eagle 3. earlier in the week. Yesterday, Yelimi No and Jin Young Ko beginning to separate from the field. This was Yelimi's second. Water up there short and right, Morgan.
That's an intimidating shot. One of the last intimidating shots that she has to deal with here on her way to a potential victory. Beauty there yesterday.
Jin Young Ko had a go as well.
A bit more of a dangerous line right there, but sets up a really good looking eagle. 5 eagles so far this week on this 17th hole.
Each would make 2 putt birdies there. Take a look. It's the 6th year of the Aon Risk Reward Challenge. Season-long competition. You take your 2 best scores on that week's challenge hole, added up at the end of the year. The player with the lowest average score relative to par wins the Aon Trophy. And the $1 million prize last year, Gino Titakun clinched it. And Deonica at Pelican, just up the road, picked up the $1 million first prize. And Megan Kang at the 16th green for birdie.
We talked about Nelly not going to take some time after this week, take some time off. Megan going to do the same. We won't see Megan in the Asian swing. She'll be back in Arizona. Felt like playing Grant Thornton in December, just really had a short off season. Wanted to take a little bit of time off.
So a lot of Americans in the top 10, including Southern Californian Angel Yen with NorCal's Yelimi No up there at the top. Angel didn't start her year till April last year because of broken ankle at the end of 2023. Still had a fine season. And that for a top 10 this week. First full field event of the season. Jin Young Ko, who trailed by 1 when the round began, led by 1 until the 13th hole, now trails by 3.
Mostly into a little right to left.
Jin Young's got a 7 on. 153 is the yardage. And Nate O'Cady saying it's mostly into a little right to left. Location tucked on a little tier in the sort of left side of the green.
Did you take a look at where Yelimi's tee shot was, Karen?
Yeah, she did. She did take a look. I mean, Yelimi's not, you know, I mean, we'll discuss that in a little bit when we get to it, but it's not straightforward, but it's not difficult either. We'll see. She has a little bit different stature to I do, so we'll see when she stands over it, what she gets. This is a pretty direct looking shot.
Just again, that little bit of a pull that has caught her out a couple times today. She gets a little bit towards her toes. Doesn't allow the face to stay open. Hand flips, right hand flips over just ever so slightly.
Now Yelimi.
So as you can see, there is that sort of grass, tall sort of pampas grass behind her. And you can feel it as it catches your hands on the way back, but she does have a more sort of fade swing, so it shouldn't alter the swing path too much of the club.
That'll be helpful, Karen, coming in a little steeper.
Okay, this way.
Some really brilliant swings from those lies. Maybe forcing a little bit of creativity there, be an athlete as opposed to being too mechanical standing over the ball.
Jin Young Ko down by 3. Third shot, par 4 16th.
And in a bit of fluffy Bermuda grass down here, and it's growing towards her a little bit.
You said she looked like she was on autopilot, but now trouble. Bad for par. Yelimi with a long one for birdie coming up.
Nelly's ball stayed out of the penalty area, just on the bank. Chipped up to here. This for birdie, and one hole to go. Nelly will be disappointed that she didn't make a run today. Level par for her round in a tie for 6th. I'm sure looking forward to a little bit of time off and to regroup and get ready to make a challenge as the meat of the LPGA season starts, certainly in the United States, at the end of March.
Yelimi, no, a terrific ball striker, but the putter really got into every part of her game. Karen, now a resurgence and a 3-shot lead, and this one for birdie at 16.
She looks totally comfortable with it as well. And, you know, when I joined the group first thing this morning early on, she was making some good putts to save par as well, just to try and keep her going and keep her in it. So it's been just a good all-round performance, really, with the patience, quality ball striking.
Sales of long putters may go up after this performance. Just carrying a little bit of steam there, but no tentativeness whatsoever. I mean, what confidence there to hit that putt with such speed.
Minjee Lee shot 62 with a new long putter last week. Invitation Tournament of Champions. Don't know how this one didn't go in.
Just carrying too much speed there.
She was 18 years old, a Monday qualifier in Portland, had a 3-shot lead with 4 holes to go against Hannah Green, who had just won a major championship a few starts before. She bogeyed her last 3. Hannah won it. And now up against the great Jin Young Ko, it is Yelimi No who's standing tall. And Ko has this to save par and stay 3 back with 2 to go.
And this one's got movement to the right. Never a comfortable putt for a right-handed golfer to have. You really have to be very disciplined with your start line.
Just some really uncharacteristic mistakes here from Jin Young coming down the stretch, needing to press.
Wow.
3 bogeys in her last 4 holes, and she just looked like she could never miss. And you know how important it is for Jin Young to get back in that winner's circle. She knows she went all season last year without a victory. And feeling the pressure maybe herself a little bit. It's not easy to win, even when you are as prolific of a winner as Jin Young Ko. A couple big shots coming up for Yelimi.
This is the fairway at the 17th. The second shot for Megan Kang. Try and work it in left to right. Just sat down. If you pitch the ball on the green here, we've seen it run back towards the flag even a little bit long. Pitch it short and it stops very quickly.
At the 18th, Japan's Manami Katsu tied for 9th at 11 under, 3rd season on tour. Birdie here could give her best finish.
Great shot.
Take her to 12 under par. 7th has been her best showing in 2+ years now. Take her to a tie for 6th. And here is our leader closing in on her first career title.
Just going to go with the 3-wood, looks like, or fairway metal off the tee, Karen.
Yeah, that's a really smart play for her, because you can run out of fairway at 299, and even by taking anything more than this club, you have to really try and squeeze it down the left side, which brings the bunker into play. It's just a smart play. I mean, she's got a good lead. You really don't need to take on any risk right now with this golf hole.
Just to keep her tempo smooth here, Karen. She hasn't hit a fairway on this 9. Needs to smooth that transition out a little bit.
Yeah, really good.
And she's hit one now.
excuse me, I take that back. She did hit the 12th fairway, but missed a few in a row. This one in perfect position up the left side. She'll definitely be able to give it a go if she so chooses. It'll be interesting to see what she does with this kind of a lead.
Virginia Kerr has got to finish eagle birdie, I think.
Like Nelly last year.
And that's probably the reason why you're seeing her with the driver out here. Yesterday, she also laid back with a 3-wood off the tee.
Can she get through the fairway, Karen?
I don't think she can get to 299. I think that the most I've seen her get downwind with a driver has been 285.
Chasing it by the ball of Yelimino, almost hit Yelimino's golf ball there. So Jin Young Ko knows she has to knock it on the green, try and make an eagle. Yelimino just needs to get it into the house and win this thing.
75 years ago, it all began. The great Babe Zaharias, Louise Suggs, Patty Berg, and those other founders, the 13 women who created the LPGA Tour in 1950. The first year they played for a total of $40,000 in prize money. It's about $500,000 in 2025 cash. And first prize this week, $300K. And it looks like Yelimino from Northern California is going to cash that check and cash in for her first LPGA title. Still a couple of huge shots to come. Take you out to the 17th.
Yeah, Megan Kang's third wasn't her best effort, so she's got this for a birdie. And not enough pace on that one. So Megan Kang's just going to make a 5 at the 17th. And she will remain at 16 under par in third on her own, which is a pretty nice start to the season. She would love to climb up a little bit. Birdie at the last would challenge potentially Jin Young Ko. Yelimino still has to finish off the event. Comfortable lead, but it's not easy winning out here. Let's go to the 18th.
And this is a hole that Nelly loves. She has birdied it 5 straight times in regulation. Won it with a par on this hole. Second extra hole against Lydia Ko last year, the drive-on championship. But a second place finish for Nelly last week, Morgan, and another top 10 this week.
Yeah, she couldn't quite get on that birdie streak she needed today to push her way towards the leaders, but still solid start for Nelly. She'll take some time off, regroup, and get ready for a big spring stretch at the end of March.
A lot of tournaments to defend coming up. 17.
Yelimino, second shot.
And it has 203 front, 226 to the hole, and not holding back, Tom.
Surprised
Perfect
by this,
angle.
Karen?
A little bit, but I'm not surprised where this one's going. This is way left.
Was there any discussion, Karen, or was it just pull out the hybrid and go?
I think she just knew what she wanted to do.
There's that coquina.
Yeah, that is going to be on the path.
It's going to be tough to get it to stop. You can't get the ball, club underneath the ball in any fashion there. That's going to be a pretty tough shot she has upcoming. I remember back to the 6th hole a couple days ago, she pulled the hybrid and it was a bit questionable going for it, but she's sticking to that aggressive game plan here.
Now, Jin Young Ko, she's going to be aggressive.
Well, but she's only got 190 and she has to. And she's got 213 to the hole. Just had to back off at a couple of birds. Just come into land right in front of her. I think Jin Young can... Oh, we got ducks moving.
Got a lot of wildlife around here.
Yeah, lots of birdies.
It's right in front of where she's playing. That's why the ducks just getting out of the way.
Well, they're all looking at her like, oh, they're going to fly. She's going to... Oh, she had her head down, but she didn't see him that time. There's plenty of room between that bunker and the flag. Landed at the front of the green. A little bit of a downslope as well. Oh, this is left too.
Double cross.
Moment here where she could have picked up potentially a couple. It's going to be a bit of an easier shot than the one that Yelimi faces, but not what she was looking for, trying to push towards this lead with only 2 holes to play.
Par putt for Nelly at the 18th. World number 1. To a solid start in 2025. We'll see her in Phoenix in a few weeks' time.
Yelimi will be first to play. And Tom, this is not a particularly nice shot to be facing, in that the coquina path that she's on is really compacted and hard. There's no real way you can get the club to slide under this golf ball. In my mind, I mean, you got to land it short and just let it hop on. It's really difficult to get any loft on this because it is so hard packed under the ball. You'd have to catch it so perfectly to do that.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
I mean, she's got a 4-shot lead here, Karen. Is it a case of just playing sensible, safe golf, maybe taking a bogey?
I think you have to sometimes accept that, yes. I think she can still do it. I mean, I think par is definitely still on the cards. Just have to be, you know, really disciplined with the strike here.
Just have to err on the short side. Anything short is okay. Don't have to try to be the hero here.
Oh, she clipped that so nicely. I can't even tell you how good that is.
What a shot.
Exceptional right there. Aggressive as well. No, just keeping to that same game plan that she's had of playing aggressive golf. A little bit of a mark on the bottom of that club, but she landed that much further than I would have expected.
See that penalty area over the green? Morgan was saying you don't want to go long here, and that was the danger, really.
How about the shot she's hit on the coquina on this back 9, Tom? 13, 14 here.
16.
16 as well.
Wow.
Well, she'll have a putt for a birdie. Jin Young Ko's task just got a lot harder. This one might need to go in.
Yeah, you would think so, Tom. I mean, it's a decent spot. It's not too bad. I mean, you do have to judge the rollout once this gets on the green because of the Bermuda grass. I mean, it's amazing how much quicker that came out than Yelimi's even.
Here's the
She didn't
backstop
really try
there.
to play a high flop shot there that she probably needed. She kind of kept it low. Lower than I would have thought.
At the 18th, Megan Kang. Second year in contention here at Bradenton Country Club.
Looks like she's such a phenomenal ball striker. Another beauty right there. She's hit 60 greens this week, giving herself a lot of chances.
It's going to be Jin Young Ko to go first. Yelimi No in a good spot. Talk about Yelimi. 146 in the race to the CME Globe when she went to the Walmart Northwest Arkansas Championship in 2023. She was at a point there where she was risking having to go back to the second stage of Q School. She finished tied for 8th that week. Ended up having to go back to the final stage of Q School at the end of 2023. Got her card. Played a solid season last year, made close to $1 million on the LPGA Tour, a couple of top 5 finishes late in the season, had chances to win, and then comes out this year and right now is looking very likely to win for the first time. So she's been in the doldrums of the LPGA within the last year and a half. So it's great to see her persevere and be in this position now. Jin Young Ko for a birdie. Best she's going to be able to do is a 5, so she'll remain at 17 under par. Yelimi No has a chance to get it to 22 under and really enjoy that walk down the 18th, Karen.
You say that, but it isn't until the ball hits the green that you really relax. I was fortunate to have a couple of good leads going down the 18th, and it wasn't until the ball hit the green that you really allowed yourself to believe that it was actually going to happen.
Yelimi put new irons in the bag this week as well. First tournament using new irons, and seems to have paid off the work they did to get those ready to tournament play.
They're keepers.
Yeah. Much in this one?
Not a huge amount. It's pretty straightforward. Might want to move just a bit left because of that bank that's in front of her. I don't think there's much here. I think I mean, the way she's been rolling it though these past few holes, wouldn't put it past her to go ahead and make this.
Gave it a good run. Now it's going to be at least a 4-shot lead heading to that 72nd tee. Player with so much promise, as we talked about earlier in her junior career, coming out having a chance to win early before she was even a member of the LPGA, Monday qualifying into events. And it's taken her a while to be in this position. It's going to mean a huge amount to her and her family if she is able to get this victory, which it looks very likely that she's going to do here. That first win at an event which honors so many players that have come before her on the LPGA Tour. Jin Young Ko now for her par.
Not a huge amount here, Tom. I mean, it's just, you know, if you're in Jin Young's position, you're just trying to finish as strong as you can, and you know that the tournament has pretty much slipped away.
Just really surprised, Karen, with her performance here on the back nine. I did not see this coming. I thought it would be the opposite. I thought she would push on and be 3 or 4 under par, but she's 3 over for the back nine, the great Jin Young Ko. And it is going to be Yelimi No, most likely here, that wins the Founders Cup.
Today's coverage is brought to you by U.S. Virgin Islands. Step into rhythm with U.S. Virgin Islands. And by Volunteers of America, dedicated to building healthy communities through health, housing, and human services. Give at VOA.org. Now they're playing for that Founders Cup trophy, honoring the 13 pioneers who created this tour. 75 years ago, the Diamond Anniversary season. It was a handful of events around the U.S., usually driving from event to event, and now they have this incredible global tour. And, a great celebration of those legends this week. Megan Kang finishing up. She's not going to leave with a victory, but she will leave with a course record. 62 yesterday, and a great week for Megan.
A lot of confidence heading into the season, especially not playing the next few events. Having gotten off to a hot start.
She stared down Jin Young Ko to get her first LPGA title a year and a half ago, and now it's her fellow American, Yelimi No, who's about to do the same. Karen, it's hard to win, as we know, and any win is to be cherished, but to do it in the way that it looks like she's going to do it has to be all the more satisfying for young Yelimi.
Well, I mean, no question about it. I mean, she really has, you know, acted like a founder through this whole sort of tournament that she's played. I mean, doing everything that has been required of her on the course, off the course, and just putting on a stripe show being patient, waiting for things to come to her rather than pushing to try and make it happen. Just very impressive.
She was really patient yesterday, getting off to a slow start, having that fast finish on a difficult back nine. Again today, didn't have her very best stuff. A few squirrely shots and put herself in some trouble, but really impressive up against a player like Jin Young Ko. Tremendous patience.
And you said it earlier, Morgan, you know, who was going to back down first, and as it turned out, it was Jin Young Ko, and I'm not sure that we expected that. We thought she would just continue to keep putting in those pars, keep putting the pressure on Yelimi, but it was Yelimi that was able to make a few putts coming down the stretch.
Both players feeling pressure in their own right. Jin Young trying to win for the first time in a year and a half. Yelimi for the first time ever. Looks like it's about to happen.
All right, just a couple of players left on the golf course. Yelimi No, closing in on her first LPGA title. And she was out there in the 18th after another beautiful tee shot.
We can just have it at it and then finishing just on the right edge of the bleachers back there. Perfect club.
Absolutely tremendous. 152 left for Yelimi. She's got a group of girls golf watching in the background of the 18th fairway, and I mean, what a great role model and example for these youngsters to be following in Yelimi. Just a bit of wind into and off the left.
Yeah, fitting. She hit all 18 greens yesterday and shooting that 63 to give her the one-shot lead. Fell behind today, but now in control. And one more full swing here for Jin Young Ko.
She has an 8-iron out, 144, off of a bit of an upslope.
Been a great battle all weekend. Yelimi No about to put the finishing touches. We had such a great finish last year with Nelly Korda outlasting Lydia Ko in a playoff. It looked like we might be headed to extra holes today, but Yelimi No with a finishing kick to remember. Bogey-free today and moving ahead of Jin Young Ko on this back nine. And now this for Birdie. She's got plenty to play with for her first LPGA Tour title, and this her 6th season. And Karen, you've had a front row seat.
It's been absolutely wonderful to watch. Ball striking, clinic. I mean, she's hit some fabulous shots. I mean, the proximity to the hole has been great. She's got out of trouble when she's needed to. She's been insanely patient as well. I mean, all the qualities of a champion.
Now it's time to enjoy this moment.
Give yourself a tap in, and look, it's about honoring the legends, inspiring that next generation. It wasn't that long ago Yelimi was in their shoes. Looking on, she was a prodigy, amateur star, committed to UCLA, and then had such success. She said, no, I'm going to go pro. It has been a bit of a roller coaster. Great start to her pro career, endured that valley, and now she's about to get to the top of the mountain.
No path to success is ever linear or what you think it will be, but it's been impressive to watch her battle back. She has tremendous commitment and drive, and she's going to reap all the benefits of that hard work here this week.
Jin Young Ko for birdie. And the search for that elusive 16th victory and another point toward the Hall of Fame. We'll have to wait. Lost that playoff to Heidan Yu in Boston last fall. And as you said, no matter how many times you've won, it's never easy, is it?
Yeah, this one's going to sting for Jin Young. She was definitely right there in the driver's seat at the turn. Looked like she couldn't miss, and just a few poor swings on the back nine here really thwarted her effort. But I've been impressed with what we've seen this week from Jin Young Ko, Karen. More like the Jin Young Ko of a couple of years ago.
I agree, and I think this is a really good sort of building block for her. A little stepping stone for her to feel the intensity of coming down the stretch with a chance to lead again. And I have no doubt that she's going to continue the momentum and keep putting herself in this position, and she will break through again.
Well, she is not going to win this event for a fourth straight odd-numbered year. Incredible run. We'll see her in Thailand, Golf Channel here in a couple of weeks' time. And now, all that's left for Yelim No, the teenage prodigy, now in her 6th season on the LPGA Tour. She has come of age. Yelim No is a winner on the LPGA Tour. She wins the Founders Cup in grand fashion.
Going up against one of the very best to ever play, staring her down the stretch. This is why you put in all those hours, all that time.
Here, I'll take it.
And she hit 5 more greens than anybody else in the field this week. Just sensational.
All right, so she and her longtime Dow Championship partner, Alim Kim, get the first 2 wins of 2025. And big smile I saw on Karen Stuffle's face. She knows what Yelimi's feeling. And Yelimi has a chance now to finally celebrate. Karen, take it away.
Thanks, Grant. Yelimi, it's been 6 years on the LPGA Tour. You've had some close shaves. The dream has now become a reality. What does this mean to you to win the Founders Championship?
Yeah, this means so much to me. I've worked really hard the past few years, and I went through a lot of struggles, but this just means so much to me, and I really told myself that 2025 is going to be my year, so this is the best way to start it.
You really did start to turn things around at the end of last year. What really flipped that switch for you with your form?
Yeah, I mean, just getting my ball striking back, really, I mean, switching to the broomstick helped me so much. I really was struggling with my putting in 2023, and just switching to the broomstick just gave me back my confidence, got my shots back, which just boosted my confidence, yeah.
What does this tell you about you and your resiliency as a player now moving forward?
Yeah, so much. I mean, every time, I mean, I feel like I've been in this in contention a couple of times, and I told myself I could do it, but this is the first one that I got done, so this is a really big confidence booster for me and for the rest of the year.
Well, many congratulations on your first victory. Thank you so much.
So much. Thank you.
She might redo her driveway with Coquina, Morgan, the way she played down the stretch.
I'd walk back there and at least put a little bit in the golf bag, maybe for some good luck the rest of the year, the rest of her career. Sensational performance from Yelim No, especially on this back nine. The toughest of the conditions in terms of pressure.
Parents Brian and Kim moved to the U.S. from Korea. She's a first-generation American. Now a first-time winner on the LPGA Tour. Exploded onto the scene, nearly won in her rookie season, made the Solheim Cup team her first opportunity, and has come through the valley to reach the summit. And to beat Jin Young Ko and these other luminaries adds to the accomplishment. Been another great week, another chance to honor those great legends who gave us the LPGA Tour, Morgan.
Yeah, always a special week to truly celebrate the founders, and I mean, the reason why we are all here and have the opportunity to be part of this game for life.
Week off for the LPGA Tour, then off to Asia for 3 events, beginning with the Honda LPGA Thailand, February 19th, 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Golf Channel. Our producer's been Abby Johnson, director Pete Esposito. Great job by all of them. For Morgan, Tressel, Karen Supples, Tom Abbott, and all of us, I'm Grant Boone. Congratulations to Yelimi, winning for the first time on the LPGA Tour.